Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you've been watching a few of my recent videos, you will know that I am planning on growing lots of veg this year, and in this video I am just going to be planting some rhubarb crowns. I'm really excited about this because I really enjoy rhubarb, and I think I've got about 6 crowns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got 8. So I've got 8 rhubarb crowns, and they are, I think, 2 or 3 different varieties. I've got Victoria, Champagne and Holsteiner. So I'm looking forward to trying out those 3 different varieties and seeing which one is the nicest. And I'm planting them in this bed here, which was previously, last year it was Nigella, and then I kind of didn't have a succession to put into it after summer, so I just mulched it with lots of compost, and then I covered it over. So it's been covered over for quite a few months now, and I've just uncovered it and I've just broad forked it and raked it over, and it's a really nice tilth. And I just wanted to show you this. I wasn't even going to make a video about this, but I was just so pleased with the way the soil looks that I just wanted to demonstrate this rhubarb planting process. So I've already planted one just under here somewhere. I've lost it already. And I've just planted the crown just under the surface, and you can see that it's already starting to crack through the crown, like this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there's a little bit of a white thing there that's just showing that it's ready to go and start growing. So I need to get these in the ground because they have been in my workshop for quite a few weeks. I purchased these quite a while ago. So yeah, this bed has been covered for a while now, and this bed is actually going to be the first of my trial beds on trying to grow without weed membrane. So it's really something that I want to get away from, but I feel like I haven't been able to before now because I'm managing quite a lot of land just by myself, and I feel like this field has been in production for the longest period of time, and it's been covered over for the longest period of time as well. So I'm hoping that the seed bank is just sitting there under the compost. I haven't disturbed it for a long time, so I'm hoping that the removal of the weed membrane isn't going to activate too many weed seeds, but I'll be on hand with a hoe to get rid of those weed seeds just in case they do start creeping up again, which I'm fully expecting that because I've battled long and hard with weeds over the years, so I'm not expecting it to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. So this will just be a really interesting thing to try in this bed. So I'm going to be starting off some rhubarb today, and then I might just go in with something else direct seeded when it gets a little bit warmer, just to fill in the bed a little bit more, because I want the beds to be as covered as possible so that the weeds just don't have a chance. So I'm going to be planting these rhubarb crowns about 30 to 36 inches apart, and I'm just going to be planting them dead in the centre of the bed, and I'm hoping that they're going to grow large enough to kind of spread out across the bed. And I'm actually not sure what people do, like when the rhubarb stops flowering or stops producing the stems, what do you plant in the bed afterwards, or do you just leave it there bare as a bare bed? Let me know in the comments if you grow rhubarb. What do you do with the space when the rhubarb has died back again? So I'm just looking at where my last crown was planted, and it's about here, and this hori I think is about 12 inches long. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 lengths of the hori, and this is where I'm going to plant my next crown. So I'm digging a nice deep hole. I'm finding a couple of thistle roots here, so I'm just going to chuck them away because I don't want thistles developing in this bed here. There we go. So once it's placed in there, I'm just going to fill it back in. I think I'm going to also mulch around these rhubarbs a little bit because I probably have disturbed some weed seeds when I've been digging around here. So if I mulch, then hopefully we can prevent some of that weed growth. I grew potatoes in this bed about 5 or 6 years ago. Ooh. And they still pop up in the bed. Yeah? Alright.
What's this for? Your camera lens is absolutely grafted. I know that's it.
What have you done for me?
I've sharpened your scoil. Scoil? Your shim. Sharpen your shim.
This one's colossal. Hopefully we'll get lots of rhubarb off it this year. So Google tells me that I'm not actually allowed to eat the rhubarb in the first year, or that I should resist picking it, which makes sense. That happens with a lot of crops, I guess. I suppose picking 1 or 2 is not really going to harm, especially out of the stronger plants. So maybe I'll have to do that at some point. And maybe next year I could have a go at forcing some as well, early spring, late winter. That will be a fun little experiment to do. When it comes to spring and I see them coming up out of the ground, which shouldn't be too long really, because you can see the progress that some of them are making already, I will probably give them like a seaweed feed, humic acid, fish emulsion kind of thing, just to encourage them a little bit. And I will mulch this bed a little bit more as well around the plants, just to make sure they're okay. I'm hoping that they're the slugs aren't going to be too interested in them. You're probably going to flock to the comments and tell me that they are, and I'm going to be in for a bit of a shock when it comes to the slugs being interested in it. So this field is absolutely laden with slugs, so maybe like removing the weed membrane is going to help with that. But what I would like to do is get some ducks in here, but because of the dogs it's not really possible to have ducks, because I think the dogs would go for the ducks. But we'll see, maybe in the future we'll be able to work something out. But for now we're just going to experiment with growing veg, see what happens. This is kind of new territory for me, so I'm just going to get them watered in. And I've also yesterday I made a plan of this bed, and I'm just writing down notes for when I planted them and things. I'm trying to get much better at record keeping, so hopefully then I will know when I planted them and when they start flowering and things like that. So it's really important for flowers, I mean, and for veg. It's just kind of just for me, just keeping a note is just interesting to know things like that. So yeah, looking forward to rhubarb in 2 years time. The places where I've planted cover crops, this failed a little bit, but this is one of my dahlia beds. I wanted to cover crop over the top of the dahlias during the winter. It didn't really work, as you can see, but the places where it did germinate the plants have been very small over winter, probably about this size, and as you can see, some of these ones are starting to get quite large now, and that's as a result of a little bit of warmer temperatures and a little bit more daylight as well. The no-till tulips and narcissi are starting to come up. It's looking good. However, I have got a kind of grass issue over this side of the bed, so maybe that's going to cause me a problem later on, maybe not, but it's looking good. I actually watered it yesterday because we haven't had a lot of rain in quite a long time, so just gave them a bit of a water just to nudge them on a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little rhubarb planting video. I know that these videos maybe aren't as informative as the flower growing ones because basically I don't have a clue. Well, I'm not going to put myself down too much, but I don't have much of a clue about growing veg, but I have got a clue about growing flowers, so it's kind of winging it. This is what I was like in my first year of flower farming. Believe it or not, I had no clue what I was doing, and I've got very little idea about how to grow veg or the behaviours of veg and things like that. So it's going to be an interesting journey this year, and I hope you still enjoy following along with these type of videos. It feels very spring-like today, by the way, guys. It's very beautiful. The sun's been out, it feels really warm, so I hope you're managing to get some nice things done in the garden. Maybe you're starting to get your seeds sown as well. Let me know what you've been up to in the comments, and thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.